Hello, people of Earth. How are we doing? Chase, Cody, doing our last bit of slasher top 10 ranking list things. So let's do it, shall we? Top 10 90s. Should have done. We should have done 80s, 90s, and then modern day. But fuck it, who cares? Uh, top 10 90s. Cody, number 10.
My number 10 is Leprechaun 2.
Never seen it.
Oh. Yeah, it's my favorite of the Leprechaun movies. It's guilty pleasure movie for me.
Of course it is. Oh my god, Cody.
I like the first three Leprechauns are like guilty pleasures for me. After that, I just have no interest.
I've only seen the first one, so I couldn't tell you if it was bad. But I've heard nothing. I've heard nothing good about it. So my number 10 is a true guilty pleasure for me. I when I saw this one, I was like, oh yeah, I have to put this one on here. I believe it's a TV movie. I could be wrong, but fuck it, I don't even care because I love it so much. Ice Cream Man.
Yeah, I saw that one once.
It is so bad, but I love it so much. It's so corny. I love it. Yeah, Ice Cream Man is my number 10. Clinton Howard. It's so bad. It's so much fun. Um, yeah, my number 10. Ice Cream Man. Number 9.
My number 9 is Nightbreed. It's both like a slasher movie and a monster movie. And
I
it's
wanted to
really
put
good.
that. I wanted to put it on my list, but I didn't. I don't consider it a slasher, so I didn't put it on. But it would have been on if I would have known. I love it though. Love Nightbreed.
Yeah.
Love Nightbreed. Very, very underrated, underknown movie for sure. For me, I have fun with it. My number 9 is a movie that I like, but I've never loved. It's the second. It's technically actually his first big screenplay because he wrote it before Scream. Kevin Williamson's "I Know What You Did Last Summer." Not a fan of the second one. I know they're the third one and maybe another one. Haven't seen them. I've only seen the first two. I know there's a reboot coming out, or coming out sometime soon. First one's good. I don't hate it, but no, that's not true. I like it, but I've never been like, oh yeah, it's the best. It's just like Scream. It's so good. No, I like it. It's fun, but it's just not a personal favorite of mine. But it should be on here. I think as definitely one of the better or best '90s slashers.
Yeah, I like the first two. I Know What You Did Last Summers. I don't like the third
Yeah.
one. The second one's my favorite. Uh, my number 8 is Candyman.
I'll talk about Candyman.
Yeah.
Number 8 for me is Adam's favorite movie of all time, Child's Play 3. That's the franchise. I think it's very fun. It's very entertaining. It's definitely it's it's like it's like a rock band or a metal band when they have this awesome first album. And I know Child's Play 2 is not the first album, but it's the first one that you get Chucky in, if that makes sense. Like you get Chucky being Chucky. And then you have this next film where he's still Chucky, and it's not Chucky light, but it's just not as good. It's still really good, but it's not as good for me anyway. Um, but I like Child's Play 3 quite a bit. Chucky's got some great lines. The finale in the carnival theme park thing that's an awesome finale. I really like Child's Play 3 a lot, and it's my number 8. So yeah, number 7.
My number 7 is New Nightmare.
It's a little bit higher for me.
Uh, yeah, it's low on my Nightmare on Elm Street list, but I do like this movie. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Somebody who loves this movie, I understand with Dan why some people don't love it. But I just do. I like the story. I like the meta stuff about it. It was basically Scream before Scream for Wes Craven. But yeah, I really like it. Really good. It's higher on my. It's a bit higher on my list. My number 7 is, I would say, my not my favorite, but my most fun Hellraiser movie, and that's Hellraiser 3. I wouldn't consider any other movie in this franchise a slasher movie except for Hellraiser 3. Hellraiser 3 is a legitimate slasher movie. There's a couple scenes in this. There's more than a couple. There's a lot of scenes actually where he uses the chains and he kills people and he, lifts them off the ground and he does stuff with them. It's fun. I like it. It's not the best. It's probably my number 4 overall of the franchise. I would say for me, this is the last good one until the reboot or the remake a couple years back, which is probably my 3rd favorite one. But for me, yeah, it's 1, 2, the remake, then 3. I mean, this one's really fun. Doug Bradley, you can tell, is kind of having a lot of, you can tell that he kind of got to shed some of the, oh, I have to be serious here, when he's kind of he's laughing a couple points. It's really doofy. It's really funny. And yeah, it's my number 7. Hellraiser 3. What's the subtitle of this one? Hell on Earth. Yeah, this one's fun. I like it. It's not good, but it's fun as hell. So it's my number 7.
Yeah, that's probably my 2nd favorite Hellraiser movie.
What's your first one again, Cody?
Inferno.
Beat your ass back to fucking Narnia.
Yeah. My number 6 is Halloween H2O. Yeah, I like this movie. I don't love it, but it's good. I like it.
I'm surprised it's on your list.
Yeah, I was surprised about H2O New Nightmare being on my list, but yeah, I like those movies. I don't like them as much as everybody else does, but I like them.
The 90s really, after Scream, there's a couple that bled over from the late 80s, early 90s in there. And then after Scream, there was just this influx. I know you did last summer and a couple more. There were some really bad ones in there. Some really bad ones that I was just this might be a top 5, but I got to a top 10. Glad. So, yeah. My number 6, is that what we were on, right? 6. Scream 2. Probably could have been a bit higher for me. But I think it's good right where it is at number 6. I really like Scream 2. It's my 3rd favorite of the franchise, excuse me. It's a good continuation, knowing that it was made less than a year after the original. It just shows the quality of writing of Kevin Williamson and the directing quality of how he can pull a good movie together so fast with Wes Craven, or how good Wes Craven can pull a movie together in less than a year. Yeah, Scream 2 is really good. Mickey is a great. Mickey's the great main Ghostface. Mrs. Loomis is a great secondary. I guess she's kind of the leader, but she only kills Randy, so she's the secondary Ghostface, if you will. But yeah, no, I like this movie quite a bit. Like I said, my third favorite. So number 6 for me.
Yeah, I love Scream 2. That's my 3rd favorite of the franchise, and it's higher on my list. But yeah. My number 5 is Child's Play 2, my 2nd favorite Chucky movie. I like this movie.
Yeah,
It's really good.
The finale is cult worthy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. My number 5 was your number 7, 8, whatever it was. New Nightmare. It competes with it competes with the original as my second favorite of the franchise behind Dream Warriors. I think right now I have it as my third favorite of the franchise, just after Dream Warriors and the original. The original and this movie go back and forth 24/7. So it's like I could watch one and like Dream Warrior or the original more, or I can watch New Nightmare and like New Nightmare more. It goes back and forth all the time for me. But I love this movie. I understand why some don't like it. I've always had fun with it though. I like the story elements of the meta storytelling here. Like I said, it was kind of Wes Craven's knee dip or foot dip into Scream before he did Scream. This is probably my favorite Freddy look. I don't know. I just like the trench coat, the claws with everything, even the thumb. I like it. I've always loved it. So it's my number 5 of the 90s. It probably could have been higher, but I have 4 others that I think are just a bit better. So yeah. Number 4, Little Boy.
My number 4 is my favorite Chucky movie, Child's Play 3. I think it's really underrated. It's a lot of fun. I love the military setting.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's it's a good way, unlike with your favorite Friday the 13th movie, Jason Takes Manhattan, where they got out of Manhattan and into New York, and they did a really shitty job with that one. I think they do a really good job with the military setting here. They use it well. They do it well. And yeah, I like Child's Play 3.
My favorite Friday the 13th is the final chapter.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Jason Takes Manhattan is my 9th favorite.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Oh, did you already say your number 4?
My number 4, Child's Play 2.
Oh.
Child's Play 2. My second favorite of the franchise. My number 1 is not Seed. Fuck Seed. Bride of Chucky. I don't consider Bride a slasher. I consider it like a road trip horror movie. Like, yeah, it has some slasher elements to it. But I've never considered it a slasher. I don't know. Like, yeah, it kind of messes messes up, but messes with the formula a bit. I still love Bride. It's my favorite of the franchise. But if I want a slasher Chucky movie, Child's Play 2 all day, every day has some. It probably is Chucky's best lines. The finale's awesome in the toy store. I love when the toy store worker guy gets the eyes, and it's so funny every time I watch it. It's a great movie. Absolutely love Child's Play 2. It's going to be tough not to put that one in my it's going to be hard to not put that one in my overall list because Child's Play 2 is really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Number 3.
My number 3 is my third favorite Scream movie, Scream 2. Yeah, I like this movie. I love Mickey. Yeah, I like the college campus setting. Yeah.
It's just familiar enough, but it's different enough at the same time.
Yeah, and
it's different enough, and
opening in the theater is really good.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to say Thanksgiving.
Yeah, me too.
Because again, I love Thanksgiving. I love Scream 2. But when people are like, Scream 2's opening is so unrealistic, have you seen Thanksgiving? How unrealistic that shit was. It was ridiculous. It was so funny. I loved it so much. My number 3 is Halloween H2O. It's this one and H4 go back and forth. It's my third and fourth favorites of the franchise. I love H2O. It's awesome. I understand the Scream element to it. I understand it, but I don't care. I really don't. I love it. I love H2O. I love the finale. It's like an hour and like 24 minutes or something like that. It's all you really need. It gets in, it gets out, does its thing, and I love it. I love H2O. It's my, like I said, it's I think it's my third favorite right now of the franchise. But yeah, I've never understood the hate for it, except for the 7,500 masks that it has. Fucking CGI mask and the alien mask and the mask that makes his eyes look like this the entire fucking movie. Yeah, that no, but everything else I love. This was Jamie Lee Curtis's return to the franchise 20 years later, and it kicks ass. I love it. Number 2, good sir.
Scream 1. It's my second favorite of the Scream franchise. It's the one that started it all. It's one of the best openings in movie history. Billy and Stu are great killers. Yeah.
I'm texting Adam right now, telling him that you have Goes to Hell.
He already knows that.
I know, but I'm going to tell him. I know he knows.
Yeah, but all he's gonna say is he's lost faith in me. That's all he's gonna say.
Mm-hmm. My number 2 is the original Candyman. It's really the only one for me that is worth it in the franchise. 2 is terrible. 3 is awful. The remake reboot, I wasn't a fan of. I know a lot of people liked it. I don't get it. It wasn't good at all. It's bad. Or the 3 after this one are bad, I should say. He said figures. Yeah, it's the original though is so good. I'm kind of mad that I watched this one so late in life. I didn't watch this one until about 4 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was. Yeah, the original Candyman is so good. Like, it's almost not a slasher film, but it kind of is. Same time, like, it's so well done. It's well written, well directed, well acted. Tony Todd in his reveal scene in the parking garage is fucking terrifying in the middle of broad fucking daylight. Yeah, I love the original Candyman. It was close to being my number 1, but I think we all know what my number 1 is going to be. So my number 1, we're not going to go to yours because nobody gives a shit about your fucking Jason Goes to Hell fucking opinion, because fuck that stupid movie. My number 1 is the original Scream. It's the actual best slasher film of the 90s. It's not Jason Goes to Hell. Fuck that dumb, stupid fucking movie. Scream is great. I love this movie so much. It's one of my favorite slasher films of all time. It will be pretty high on my list, I think. I love that first movie so much. It's so good. It's so brutal. It's just so inventive still all these years, 27 years later. It's great. I love it. The original Scream. Number 1. Okay. Just get it over with.
My number 1 is Jason Goes to Hell.
Go ahead. Wait for you to talk. My hands away.
You're just gonna end the recording and hang up. That's what you're gonna do.
No, my hands are in my. I thought about just muting you and saying goodbye, everybody, but I'll let you talk.
Okay. Yeah. I love how it dives into like the origins of Jason, and like it shows like what would happen if like Jason got blown up. It's got like amazing practical effects. Just it's a very unique slasher movie because it's not like the rest of the franchise. It's like a slasher body horror type of movie, and it's a lot of fun.
What's that scene from Billy Madison? When the guy's like, "We are now dumber because we heard what you just said." That whole like 5 minute that guy says.
I'm just giving my 2 cents.
That movie fucks up the lore. Can't even spell Voorhees right. Does everything wrong. I don't understand. We did a 40-minute video shitting on you.
Yeah.
We tried to make you understand. We gave you a chance to say your piece. You said your piece. It was wrong.
Well, that's just how.
No, it's not how. I think you're trolling. I think you've been trolling for like a month and a half now.
I wish I was.
I know you are.
All right.
How do you like that lore? How do you go from hating that lore in Goes to Hell, and then like a day later you're like, oh, it's so good.
I don't know. I just
Nobody knows.
I don't know. It's just I've had mixed feelings on it. Like each time I watch that movie, but like I don't know, man. This last time we watched it, it's just fun, man.
All right. That's his explanation, his invalid explanation, as per usual. All right, everybody. Now I still got to do my list, but next is top 10 overall slashers from the 80s, 90s, and modern day.
And I promise you're gonna like that list.
Yeah, because I forced you to only have one Friday the 13th movie on there. Because I forced you, because I know exactly what your fucking list would be if it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know exactly what your fucking list would be. You somehow have a 3-way tie at number 10. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Bye.